let's get to work. We got a lot of stuff. We got the Sherpa panel in, the rock slider kit in, front bumper kit in, rad support in. Where do we start? I'm super excited. I do like the options of being able to buy the kits for the rock sliders and stuff like that, and it's cheaper than buying it already completed, like by hundreds of dollars cheaper. It sucks because I don't have a lot of time to do stuff. Like today I still have to work all night, but I'm gonna at least attempt to try to get the Sherpa panel done and on because I have some time beforehand. I'm just gonna have an off day from the gym, use it as a rest day, and then me and the dogs are gonna, you know, kind of just chill out before I go to work and do the Sherpa panel. The rock sliders are probably something I'm gonna have to do on a weekend off, and the front bumper is definitely something I'm gonna have to do on a weekend off, or a day off. So it might be a little bit of time between being able to get all this done. I'm probably not gonna do one video of just all the armor. I might just do one video for each piece of thing I got for the truck. So just for the sake of it, you know, it's gonna take so long for me to have the time to do this stuff. Not even, you know, it's probably only gonna take me a day to do each thing, maybe 2 days to do each of the fab things. But yeah, so let's get started on the Sherpa panel, and we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be good to be able to actually have, like, you know, carry water and stuff, so I don't have to use water bottles anymore. I'm gonna probably put a shovel on there. That way I can use it for camping. I can use it for filling back in Valkyrie's holes when she's staking at the campsites. You know, I can even use it for breaking up the fire pit stuff. I can use it for when I get stuck when we're off-roading and I gotta dig myself out, which I haven't had that happen, but I'll tell you what, I don't want it to happen. I don't have it. So yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, so the quality in this is very nice, actually. There's a guy named Rob on Etsy, which I guess has this company called ROXTERRA. Found it on Etsy. This is all bent, machined stuff. It's very, very good quality. Feels like aluminum. It's super, super light. And yeah, I'm super happy with this. He also has the roof rack inserts. It goes inside the roof rack to make it stronger and gives you an area to be able to put stuff. He has skid plates for the first gen and second gen, and yeah, I'm super happy with the quality of this stuff. I'm gonna paint it up. I'm gonna install it on the Xterra, and it looks like I'm probably gonna get more stuff from him. The skid plates, definitely. I really need skid plates for that thing. Especially after I get the bumper on there, I'd like to have everything done. I want to be able to protect the torsion bars from getting hit. I want to be able to protect the, you know, the transfer case, that subframe down there. I want to be able to protect the trans, anything where a high point from a rock can go up and hit something and crack a casing. I don't want that. Front diff. There's nothing I can do with the rear diff. I think I would have to build up the rear diff and weld stuff onto it to make it stronger, which I don't know if I'm going to get that involved. But yeah, it comes with these clamps. These clamps are also metal. Suction cups that go onto the window, so the metal isn't resting up against the side of the Xterra. Comes with all the hardware. I believe he DM'd me and said that it was only $70 to powder coat the stuff that you get from him. I opted not to because originally I wanted to send all of the armor and the bumper and everything out to a powder coating company and have them color match everything. And then I also realized that I off-road the hell out of this thing, and it's going to get scratched up, it's going to get messed up. There's no point of dropping hundreds of dollars on the paint. You know, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of me trying to save hundreds of dollars on doing these weld-on kits. So I'm going to use the same roll bar chassis paint that I used to use in my race cars when I used to do time attack. It holds up very well, and if it gets scratched up, I can just, you know, sand it down and repaint it with a, you know, $15 can of spray paint. It works fine. Like I said, this thing's gonna get beat up anyway, So front bumper's gonna get scratched up. The front roll bar on the brush guard on the bumper is gonna get scratched up. This thing's gonna be hitting trees and get scratched up by branches all the time. These rock sliders, if used correctly, are gonna get banged the hell up a lot. So I'm not gonna want to pay someone like almost $1,000 to powder coat on my stuff and then get this gut feeling when I hear the rock slider slam onto a boulder and I know that expensive paint just got destroyed. There's no point. It's an off-road truck. It's a tool is what it is. So, you know, well, let's get this thing, I'm going to get this thing painted up real quick. I'm probably not going to film that process because it's just painting. And then I'll film putting it on and then we'll check it out. And then as the other stuff comes in, the accessories didn't come in, just the one Rotopack thing to mount a Rotopack came in, and then my shovel clamps came in, but besides that I don't have anything else. The Rotopack is delayed. It's not going to be here until, I don't know, like the 14th or something, or later this week. And the shovel isn't going to be here, which it's a shovel on a Rotopack. I think you guys can handle and comprehend what a shovel on a Rotopack is going to be like. It's just going to hold gas and water and a shovel you use as a shovel, okay? It's not anything that fancy. So I don't think you guys really need to see that, but actually installing the Sherpa panel, checking out the quality and seeing how it is, if it's something that you guys might want to get, you know, this might be a good spot. So let's go paint this up.
Pretty much just going to put on the brackets for the roof rack first, and then I figured I would just take the Sherpa panel and put it on piece by piece. That way it's easiest for me doing it by myself. It was only 2 brackets on top. There was a third one as an option, but I didn't need it. Then it's 4 Allen key bolts that hold the 2 panels together. Then it is 2 suction cups that hold the panel from actually hitting the glass and keeping it nice and secure. So pretty much I just put each piece in one at a time and then tightened it all up at the end. A lot of times when you're adding these metal pieces to any of your rigs or trucks, they tend to be pretty heavy because metal tends to be heavy. However, this is aluminum, which is a much better option. It's more lightweight and it wasn't cumbersome at all. I was able to maneuver and put this thing how I needed to put it by myself, which was really awesome. After tightening up the last couple pieces here, we're going to be able to actually see what it looks like all together. And I figured I would take it to a pretty cool spot to just get a couple painting shots to see how it looks. I'm a huge fan of this Sherpa panel. I think it looks excellent on here. The styling goes with the actual window. It's really good quality. It's a lightweight. I really couldn't have asked for anything more. I'm going to say that this is a 10 out of 10 piece. And on that note, thanks for watching Escapism. We'll see you next time.